Love and blessings to you. And the topic we're going to cover now is, why does my wife make excuses for everything? I'm Paul Friedman. I'm the founder of the Marriage Foundation. I have a couple of questions for you. First question is, do you really want to know the answer? Do you want a psychological analysis? Or do you want to know what you should do about it? I'm here to help you with your marriage. I'm not here to waste your time with these little questions, but the bigger question is more important. What do you want out of your marriage? I already know the answer. I've been doing this for 23 years. Before I was doing this, I was a divorce mediator. I had a big whiteboard in my office, and I used to help people divide up their assets, figure out their child sharing times. I just thought at that time, it's a long time ago, but I thought that was normal. You don't get along with someone, you get a divorce, move on. But this couple asked me to help them with their marriage instead. Yeah, why not? I was good at negotiation, I was good at communication, and in those days, early 2000s, everyone thought that everything was about communication. Well, people don't understand marriage still today. But when I was preparing for this couple, I discovered things about marriage, the science of marriage, that blew my mind. And it's going to change the world. It really is. And we've been saving thousands and thousands of people with our courses and stuff. But here's the thing that I discovered. None of us ask the question, why am I getting married in the first place? Because the answer to this is kind of the answer to this question of, why does my wife make excuses for everything? Now, we don't ask, why did I marry my soulmate? You met them, you fell in love. Yeah, almost everybody gets married because they love somebody. They found their soulmate. Marriage is a spiritual thing. Of course it has mechanics to it, just like prayer, although you don't want to pray like an automaton. You want to pray from your heart with devotion, but there is a mechanical process, right? You fix your attention on God, and you fill your heart with love and devotion, and that's when you speak with God in prayer. We don't ask why we got married, but the answer is so obvious, it's ridiculous. So when I used to work with people, because right away I changed my practice. I had a very lucrative divorce mediation practice, but I wanted to help people stay married, to find what I discovered. So I would ask my couples, and my time at that time was $300 for a session, very expensive. So I had really good people, wealthy people, not so good people, who would come in to help with their marriage. And I would ask them, I'd say, you give me your reasons for why people get married. I'll give you what I think are your real reasons. And if your reasons are better than mine, in your opinion, you don't have to pay for the session. Now, in the 8 years that I was developing the courses and the teachings that we now have about marriage, I met with hundreds of people. In all those 8 years, only 2 people answered correctly. There's actually 3 reasons. Number 1, you want to be happy. Like, duh. Number 2, you want to experience that real love that you started to experience when you first met or dated or got involved with the person you're married to, your wife, who is now your wife. Number 3, you wanted harmony. Harmony, real harmony. Because there is no harmony in the world. You could hang out with your friends, you could go to games, you could do whatever you want, but the real harmony that you are seeking is that familial harmony that you have with your wife, and extends into your family, and maybe extends into your friends and associates and all of that. But that's why we get married, for those 3 reasons. And now you're asking the question, why does my wife make excuses for everything? Let's back up a little. Excuses for what? I'm going to put it in a context that maybe you haven't thought of. Don't be offended. But in its rawest form, excuses for not accomplishing that which you expected. Now, I defined 4 killers of marriage. The first one being overfamiliarity, where you take each other for granted, and then lack of communication skills. All of these things, by the way, you could learn in my books or you could learn in the course. The third is having a business-like mentality. But the fourth is expectations. Having expectations ruins your day. If you don't have an expectation, you can't be disappointed, you see? So your wife, for whatever psychological reason she's making excuses out of defensiveness, because that's what it is for sure. We don't care why. It's what she's doing. Don't you love her anyway? Don't you want to create that happiness in your marriage anyway? Don't you want to fill your marriage with love anyway? So there is no way to stop your wife from doing that. We can't change anyone but ourselves. So my point is this. Why she makes excuses doesn't matter. What you do, because you can control you, that's what matters. So don't put her on the spot. If she screws something up, no matter how simple, no matter how complex, no matter how important, just smile. Say, it's okay. We'll get past this if you even need to. Don't make her feel bad about it, or there goes the happiness. There goes the feelings of love. There goes the harmony. Keep in mind why you got married. Make those your motivation for what you're about to say, what you're about to do. You understand? This is deep. Now, I don't answer questions, I know, like most experts, because I'm not a Western psychologist. And we train our TMF marriage counselors not to be psychologists. We don't need to analyze, but to train them how to help people with their marriages. Maybe you want to be a TMF marriage counselor. We'll train you too. It's affordable. We have a great referral program. Everything will work. We're going to change the world with how we do things. Don't you agree? So why does my wife make excuses for everything? All of us make excuses for all kinds of things. Let it go. Just let it go. Focus on why you got married, because there is no institution greater than marriage for creating happiness, love, and harmony. And I'm Paul Friedman. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. God bless you. Hope to see you again. I founded the Marriage Foundation to serve you. Yeah. God bless you. Take care.